I have had my hardcore Minecraft world for over 5 years now, and in that time, I have used almost 300,000 rockets. Because I fly around with my elytra a lot. So today, I'm going to show you how I get all of my gunpowder and paper to craft rockets in my world. So the very first gunpowder farm I have is in my jungle village overworld area. I actually built this farm over 4 years ago, back in 1.15, and from what I can find, the original creator of this farm design was a creator called Chapman. Now, of course, for all of my farms, I tweak them to make them fit with the theme that I'm going for, and for this one specifically, I knew I wanted to build it on the ground surface. That means I didn't need to do a perimeter for it, I just had to make sure I thoroughly lit up the area, and all of the caves underneath it. And this farm has supplied me with literally almost all of the gunpowder that I've ever needed. So firstly, looking inside, it's kind of like this butterfly shaped design, and it uses cats to actually scare the creepers down into the killing chamber. And that's where all the creepers die, and I get the loot. Now, I don't AFK in this world at all, and this farm is intended to be AFK'd, or at least to get really good rates, but I found a solution to that. Instead of having an AFK platform, I built a hot air balloon. Inside that air balloon is a concrete grinder. This is where I turn all of my concrete powder into concrete, and as I'm doing that, the creeper farm rates are amazing because nothing else is loading in around it. And that is creeper farm number 1. Now, onto creeper farm number 2. Using the same design, I was able to create an additional farm over at my ancient city transformation project. I was flying in and out of this project so much and wasting hundreds of rockets that I decided making another creeper farm would just help aid some of that supply that I was constantly losing. And this was actually a pretty nice spot to build the farm because the entire area underneath it is deep dark, meaning it's already a spawn-proof space. So again, the rates are pretty nice and supply everything that I need. Now, how I get my paper. Back at my main base, very close to the first creeper farm, I have a sugarcane farm. This farm runs whenever I'm in the area and supplies me with a ton of sugarcane that I'm able to convert into paper. And then once I have the paper, I combine that with my gunpowder to craft tier 1 rockets. And yes, I choose to use tier 1 rockets. That's honestly something that has kept me alive in my hardcore world. The higher the tier, the longer the flight durability, meaning it is so much easier to crash into things and continuously take damage. So using flight duration 1 just helps prevent that a little better. And that is how I get all of my rockets in my hardcore world. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like and follow for more hardcore Minecraft content. Stop building bunk beds in your Minecraft world like this. Instead, I'm going to be showing you how you can make a bunk bed like this. I promise it's not that much more difficult, so let's jump into it. For this tutorial, I'm going to be going with a blue theme, but you can definitely choose whatever color you want. Start by placing down one bed. Then I place down 2 chiseled bookshelves. Next, using some oak shelves, place them at the end of the chiseled bookshelves. And then do the same thing on the bed head as well. Now, in line with the top part of the shelf, place down 2 trapdoors. Next, add 2 ladders on the front of the chiseled bookshelves, and then add your second bed on top. I'm then placing another chiseled bookshelf as the bed head for the second bed, and putting another shelf against it to tie it together. Then grab some books to help decorate your chiseled bookshelves. You can put this however you want, and they are different colors, so you can kind of play around with that too. Then I added a spruce sign to match with the spruce trapdoors. Now it's time to add some detail. If you have room behind the wall where you've placed your beds, feel free to mine out these spaces. These can act as little built-in bedside tables. You can add things like lanterns, flower pots, paintings, candles, mob heads, really just any small placeable block. You can even switch out the wall blocks for something like barrels to add extra storage. Now I'm going to add some detail to the floor using wool and carpet. One of my favorite things to do in Minecraft is hide light sources, so a good way you can have light shine through is actually putting carpet on top of light blocks. And this is the finished product. As you can see, it is a lot better than what we initially started with. You can also fully customize this to be whatever color you want. I also tried out a purple design, and that came out really nice also. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you want me to build anything else, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and follow for more Minecraft content. Have you ever seen Minecrafters with these big pyramid structures in their worlds and wondered what they are? Well, this is a beacon, and today I'm going to tell you what they do, how to get one, and how to set it up. So the reason these beacons are so great is because they can give you special effects. You can get speed to run faster, haste to mine faster, resistance to take less damage, jump boost to jump higher, strength to hit harder, and regeneration to regen health faster. So they have made a huge difference in keeping me alive in my hardcore Minecraft world. And because I want my entire base area to be covered, I've placed hundreds of beacons. But they are definitely not cheap. In order to craft a beacon, you need 1 nether star, 5 pieces of glass, and 3 obsidian. And you can only get a nether star by defeating the Wither. If you're on Java, you can easily kill the Wither underneath the end portal, and that is how I've gotten the majority of my beacons. Once you've got your beacon, we now need to activate it. To do this, we need to create a base using either iron, gold, emerald, diamond, or netherite blocks. You can also use a combination of any of these together too. To get a max effect beacon, you're going to want to place down a 9x9 base and build this up 4 layers. This is going to cost, I think, around 164 blocks. Then place your beacon directly in the center. In order to officially activate the beacon, you cannot have any solid block above it. You'll know it's active once the beam shoots out in the sky. But to get the effect, you'll need to activate it with an ingot. If you've built the 4 layers correctly, you'll get to choose 2 effects. Usually that's regeneration or a second level of your chosen effect. You can change your effect at any time, but it will cost an additional ingot. So if you do pick one that you don't really like, you can switch that out. And if you want to have all the effects, so all 6 effects at once, you will need an individual beacon for every single one of those. So for example, in my hardcore world, I do hexa beacons where I have all 6 effects, meaning every one of my pyramids needs 6 beacons on top. And if you're wondering why I have so many in this area, for example, that is because beacons have a radius. It does depend on the size, but for a full 4-layer beacon, it does stretch 50 blocks in every direction, 50 blocks down, and unlimited blocks above. So that's why most of the time I bury my beacons underground so that I can get more of that radius down below. One really cool thing that people don't know is you can also have beacons in the nether. The only thing is that the beam has to reach up and touch bedrock. Any blocks above it need to be removed, just like how they have to be open to the sky in the overworld. Now, if you wanted to change the color of the beam, you can do that by adding colored glass on top. You can also use glass panes as well. And if you wanted to hide the beacon beams entirely and you're on Java, you can use a mod called Sodium Extra, and it just has a toggle option in the settings. So I hope that helped explain a little bit more about what beacons are and what they do. If I've missed something or you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and follow for more Minecraft tips. I collected every villager type and trade in my 5-year hardcore Minecraft world, and today I'm going to give you a tour of where I keep my shepherds. So this room has seen a lot of changes over the years, but this is the building where I keep them. Just like many of my buildings in this world, this area is multifunctional, so not only do I keep my villagers here, but I also have my wool farm attached, which automatically sorts and stores it into this auto storage, as well as more storage for all of my rainbow colored blocks, so things like dye, glass, glass panes, terracotta, glazed terracotta, concrete powder, and concrete. Coming down into this room, I also have a banner making area, as I love decorating and making banners on my hardcore world. And here are some more of my shepherd villages. There were close to 100 different trades that they had because they sell a lot of different colors of things. So every bed color, every banner color, every carpet color, every dye color. There were so many different things that they traded. It took forever to collect them all, but I'm so happy that I got through these. And the main reason I went through the process to collect every single one of these trades is because I wanted to have access to everything. There are so many cool blocks that you can get from trading, and a lot of people don't know about them. Not only are you trading for really cool items, but you're also getting a ton of emeralds and XP this way. So if you're someone who likes to decorate in your world with banners and carpet just like I do, these shepherds are a really great trade to try and collect. And yeah, that's the tour of where I keep my shepherd villages. If you want to see another villager type, let me know because I've built an individual space for every single one. Don't forget to like and follow for more hardcore Minecraft content.